on my computer. Tall ass Natty Light.
I'm not even looking at you. Like, that's
Yeah. Well, we're back again. We are. Damn it, we're gonna start over because I fucked up. I hit the wrong button.
you dumb fuck.
Yeah. Hey guys, we're live on YouTube right now. But
I'm gonna send that link over.
okay. Well, just go to our YouTube page instead, right there.
God damn you.
All right, we're going. Well, had a little mess up there. I hit the pause button for some reason, but we're recording over on the podcast. We're gonna put it on the website. Welcome to episode 33 this week. Nick's got feedback. It's like we had a caller in on the radio, man.
What?
hey, ma'am, you gotta turn the radio down.
Calm down.
If you want to win a Harambe Draft Bus shirt, you need to turn the radio off.
Get that bitch out of here.
Yeah. So this week, you know, we're back. We're here, episode 33. We're down a Wilson. I think he had too much fun at the Raiders game on Sunday.
Yeah, I did. My voice is still recovering.
We all three were there. I bought this awesome hat that Nick thinks is the ugliest thing in the world.
It is hideous. Nobody even knows what that look is unless you are a Titans fan.
And nobody knows who the Titans are. So we were there, and it was
Actually, a good game.
It was a really good game. I'm completely biased. I mean, I root for Titans for home field only, and the rest of that, I root for MTSU players for the Titans, and I'm most certainly rooting for the Broncos for the Titans. But Raiders fans travel really well. That was my first experience with a non-preseason Raiders game.
Yeah, man. I mean, you got to put – there's probably, 6, 7, really good fan bases that always travel well. Steelers, hands down, number one. I swear the Titans, when they're playing the Steelers, there's more Steelers fans than Titans fans. The Eagles, did you see what the Eagles did last Monday?
They flew out there, man.
Yeah.
I know a few Eagles fans, and one of my buddies was like, hey, anybody want to fly? Anybody want to go to this Monday night game? I'm buying a ticket right now. So
yeah, I mean, they took over Wrigley. They got one of those cheap seats outside the stadium, and they just –
across the street?
Yeah, and just started chanting. Cowboys do really well.
But I just feel like Cowboys fans are a national brand, and that's why.
But I will, every time I've gone to a Raiders game, there's been a ton of Raiders fans there.
Well, I mean, they even started chanting, in the middle of it when Mariota's down the snap, and you just hear, Raiders.
It's such an easy chant, man.
Like that. But there was the guy that was behind you that was the worst chanter I've ever heard in my life.
2016 defense, let's go.
2016 offensive line, best in the game. Like that. I'm like, that's not even chantable. You can't chant that. And over and over, he would try to force in the year. It's 2016, Derek Carr. Stupid shit. I'm like, come on. But
he did have sleeve tattoos and probably would stab us.
Oh, dude, I saw a guy that had so it's just he had a normal jersey, cut the damn sleeves off of it. He spent $300 on he probably bought it from China. But either way, he bought a jersey.
Shout out to Ting Ting.
Cut the fucking sleeves off the thing. It was just out here baking. So
it
was hot.
I will admit that too. It was hot as the devil's dick out there. I was talking to Abby about it. That's the reason why she left. She couldn't handle it. Her dad couldn't handle it. I was sober by the time we left, and I had 8 beers by the time we went in.
I was probably sober at the end of the first quarter, I swear, because it was just so hot. You're like, nah.
I sweat everything out. But
yeah, it was really good. We had fun. I think the Titans got robbed at the end of the game.
Yeah,
it was a pretty obvious pass interference call.
As a Raiders fan, Andre Johnson did push off. Good call there, but
On the next play,
that last play was pass interference.
he got tackled essentially.
Yeah.
But
Which, I mean, hey.
Yeah, I mean, you're going to get a few here and there. But, I mean, us being there, we can totally see it versus, well, I say that. I mean, we're just across the field from it. But all the replays and stuff like that. But some big shocks from the week's recap. The Eagles are still rolling. I saw the funniest meme about them, though. Last time the Eagles were 3-0, they still didn't win a Super Bowl. So, like the Rams somehow got a game going, like actually had offensive production for once.
Dude, what the fuck is going on with that team?
Well, I think it's the flow chart where 500
win.
Yeah, it's like, are you 500? Okay, tie the game. Are you under 500? Win. Over 500, lose. So, but even still, the Bills, in my mind, dismantled the Cardinals. The Panthers didn't show up against the Vikings. Maybe the Vikings D is that good.
Dude, that D is very, 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 very underrated.
I'm certain that their defense is outscoring their offense this year.
Yeah. So it's funny, like, I don't want to listen to my own advice. I am 0-3 in the Eliminator Challenge.
I don't even know if I won this week, to be honest.
I can't
remember who I picked.
The first week I took the Cardinals.
Oh, wow.
Second week I took Seattle. This week I took Tampa.
Oh, I won. I won last week. I picked the Dolphins over the Browns.
But I did double up last night on Falcons game, so
thanks, go,
right?
Yeah, I picked the Dolphins to win in that thing. I mean, I'm doing pretty good, and in some of my bigger money leagues, I'm not doing so hot, but which sucks. Like in this one league, I thought I drafted the best team out of all of them, and I was 0-2 and going in last night. And I think it's honestly, and we can go ahead and segue in this, but I think it's honestly the weight of starting or not starting AP was on me, and it's like I got to start him. You know, the first 2 weeks, it's like I got to start him because it's AP. If I bench AP and he scores 30 points, I'm a fucking moron. Like, I'm the dumbest man alive. Who benches AP? And now that he's dead.
Now that he died.
I didn't have to worry about it. So, like, I started real people. Like, I started Melvin Gordon for the first time all year. You know, which still didn't have the best outing of his year, but hell, he had 18 points. So,
dude, Melvin Gordon's going to take over out there. I mean, them losing Danny Woodhead. So, in a PPR league, I drafted Danny Woodhead super late. I was super excited about it because most half point to a point PPR leagues, he's a top 10 running back, and he's just that guy that slips under the radar that nobody thinks of.
But so, you know, and to that, Nick, there's these people that get hurt, and if you're not in a keeper league, which if I'm in a keeper league and I can even feasibly keep AP, I would hold on to him for the year. But I'm not in a keeper league, don't have an IR spot like we do in the Bush League. What the hell do I do with the guy? He's not going to be back till November.
I will say that I really think that should be a standard. I really like the IR spot.
At least one.
Just because, I mean, right now I have Corey Coleman in mind, so I don't lose a bench spot over a guy that's going to come back. I really think it gives you that, like, leeway. But one league, the 12-team league I'm in, I have Amir Abdullah, which I'm kind of like, do I drop him? He might come back. He might not. And it's the same thing with AP, granted.
Like
I really
AP
think
has more weight.
Yeah. If I had AP and Amir Abdullah, I'm dropping Amir Abdullah 99 out of 100 times. But it just, I don't know. AP's in that weird situation. I think anything under a 10-team league, you're dropping them. You got to free up that roster. I'm even on the board,
like, in a 10-team league, you know, if you have bench depth, drop him. Like, if you have another running back that is a starter, I would probably drop AP because you have a little cushion there. Like, in this one league, it's like, for instance, I have AP. My bench depth is Langford, Jerick McKinnon, and Fozzie Whitaker. It's like, do I drop him? I mean, if he comes back, he's probably going to start again.
Yeah. I mean, that's definitely tough, man. I completely understand.
So,
like, do you drop him for Howard?
I mean, I don't know. So, we were talking about – so, like me, I'm thinking I'm going to drop Langford and try to get somebody.
Oh, yeah. I have Langford on two teams, and he's gone. I already dropped him one.
But, like,
so
I don't know
Yahoo
if I
doesn't have any waivers, which is awesome, except on the
pick 'em
Sundays I work because I don't watch football games.
So you can't pick them up in the middle of the game. I hate those leagues. I do like FAAB leagues, though, where you auction budget. Whoever bids the highest gets them. I like those. And this one, that's what it is, and that's kind of how it works is, some guy's going to bid $30 and probably pick him up. But you only have so much, of course. You can't spend it all. If you spend it all, you have to get guys on Thursday. So, but like to that point, so we have this new character. I'm going to
bring him up.
Try to show him up on here. Can I share my desktop? We will do this. He's out there on our website. So I don't know if anybody's ever been to it. We do have a website, ffdraftbus.com. You can get our weekly podcast there, watch some videos. But over here on Twitter, we have this guy called Penny Pinch Ray. See,
dude, I really think his number needs to be 69.
I can arrange that. We can make his number 69. We were actually
fucking Favre. So 4. Just, it's just got to be something good. But yeah. Tell the story behind Penny Pinch Ray.
So it's modeled after my father. Let's just be honest here. I made a very crude image of this over a Johnny Manziel thing, and then we got a buddy to make what looks like a farmer or a Western cowboy over number 3 with a Draft Bus logo. But
which looks like your dad if he wore a cowboy hat.
Yeah, probably so. But he's the most frugal man alive. Like, one of the stories I tell people, when I was growing up, like middle school, I had some buddies over, and he woke us up at like 6 in the morning, and he goes, hey, I need y'all to help me put a fence up. Me, 2 of my buddies, who never came over ever again. Because my dad came in and goes, we're putting a fence up today, guys. And like gave us the tools and shit like that. And we put a fence up.
That's not frugal. That's genius using cheap labor.
But he just doesn't. Wilson could tell a much funnier story, and next week we'll have to get him to do that. But with that segment, we're going to have a Penny Pinch Ray. So value of the week. Nick, what's your Penny Pinch Ray's pick of the week?
I got Jordan Howard. Like I just said, I really thought by the end of the year he was going to take over the starting job in Chicago. I really don't like Chicago at all, regardless. I know if you looked at Twitter the other night, I was dogging the shit out of him. As much as I like Alshon, without Jay Cutler throwing to him, I think his stock just plummets. But this dude Howard, he's just got so much skill. So he started his career in UAB down in Birmingham, but of course they canceled their football like a dummy.
Which it's back now, and they're building like a multi-million indoor practice facility.
Yeah.
So I don't know how that works.
Whew. But then he went to Indiana, and he actually did pretty well. So he played 9 games in 2015, just under 200 attempts, 1,200 yards, average 6.2, which, in the Big Ten for Indiana.
But with that, it's he played
Big
9. Yeah, it's Big Ten. He played 9 games.
Yeah. That's huge.
Yards.
So, he's definitely got the skill set. He had 13 touchdowns in 12 games at UAB the year before. So, I think, he played behind Tevin Coleman, right? Or is that who was there before?
Yeah, that was his first year there. He played behind him.
So, I really think he might be one of those, if you could get him cheap in some sort of auction league or pick him up on the waiver wire, I think he might actually turn out to be a pretty decent spot starter especially with these buys coming up for 4 to 6 weeks while Langford's out.
So,
and if he's a keeper, if he turns out to be good, then boom, you're gold.
So, and Langford, what quarter did he get? Did he get her after halftime?
Dude, that game sucked. I turned it off.
Well, he got a high
After
ankle
old
sprain.
man got taken out on the sideline, I was like, I'm done.
So he got a high ankle sprain or whatever. Langford played like 58% of the snap. Howard came in and played 35% of the snap. So the guy that's behind those two, Joique Bell,
just got signed today, so he's not going to steal any carries.
At least the first week.
Yeah, he might vulture some touchdowns, but
that's it. That's all they got on their team. So, I mean, I think he's probably going to be the goal line back. He'll probably take a few. But listen, 1,200 yards, 9 games.
For Indiana.
Yeah. So, didn't play behind the best offensive line. Still got 1,200 yards. He's playing for the Bears now. Last week, he had over 100 yards total. Didn't have a touchdown. But he had – so, PPR league, he had 4 receptions, almost 50 yards, 9 rush for about 45 yards. I think it's pretty good stats. Even if it was in garbage time, which it may have been, it may not have been. But Brian Hoyer, he's not going to throw it downfield that much. It's going to be short routes, out of the backfield, that type of passing. So
first, second read, run.
Yeah, I honestly think it's not going to be that bad of a pick. I do think it's value pick. So
yeah, I really think if you can get him cheap, I know I just picked him up in a league.
you can just pick him up.
Yeah, I'm going to try to get him on waivers in a couple other leagues just to see, just as a flyer. I mean, you can never have enough running backs. That's the old hard saying.
Mine is with this, and like last week, this was my pick that I wanted to get, and I got him in a lot of leagues, and now hopefully it's going to pay off. In some leagues, I also got his counterpart too, or future counterpart, Terrell Pryor. So Browns. He's now their backup quarterback. He threw for like 40 yards last week. He caught for like 130 and a touch. He ran for another like almost 30 yards. Even played snaps on defense.
Didn't he play quarterback?
Yeah, no, he was quarterback, running back, wide receiver, all 3.
Like he is, I feel if LeBron James played for the Browns, that would be him. Like dude's a freak athlete.
He really is. I think he's great. I mean, he even played snaps on defense, Nick.
Like I really don't understand why the Raiders cut him and didn't try to use him as just like that. Anything. I mean, he's like a better version of Cordell Patterson or Devin Hester. Like he's good.
He's much better than both of those you named. But like the big thing is he said they asked him something last week before the game started, like would he play quarterback for the Browns? He said he would cut off his hand for the Browns. That's what he said. Whatever they want me to do, I'll do, which he did. Quarterback, running back, wide receiver, safety. He played all 4 of those positions.
You literally cannot hold it. Like, he just wants to play football. Like, you cannot – like, why wouldn't you want this guy on your team?
Any league you can find him in, you need to put a claim in on him, drop your crappiest wide receiver, drop your crappiest player. Hell, drop your defense. Just try to get the guy on your team.
Yeah, he with Corey Coleman out for those weeks with that broken hand, granted, Josh
Gordon comes back this week.
Hopefully comes back.
If no one has him, I know, but if no one has him, sneak in, pick that guy up, pick him up. He's going to be
Jackson. He chucks the pigskin.
It doesn't matter who you got. Like who's their damn quarterback right now? Cody Kessler. Cody Kessler last week still threw. Does Cody Kessler like Natty Light? Is that why you're holding that up?
No, this is our sponsor this week, the big one.
No. So Cody Kessler last week, 64% completion, 244 yards. Like
that's
their
just,
third-string quarterback, and they're still chunking it. Like they're throwing it.
That's just Hugh Jackson, man. Hugh Jackson got fucked over by the Raiders because he is a just quarterback guru. Look what he did with Andy Dalton the past few years. Andy Dalton's turned out to be a very, very good quarterback, and I think he flies under the radar, and people think he uses A.J. Green, but that's all they have right now, and they're still doing well. So
yeah, and part of that, though, I mean, they have a 1-2 punch in the backfield.
Well, yeah,
so I think they have one of the better backfield duos.
They have the best backfield in football.
I mean, you had Gio. I was high on Gio when he came out. Jeremy Hill came in, somehow started over Gio.
Shit the bed last year, and now they're literally just
neck to neck. I mean, as far as I know, Gordon's supposed to be back. Everything I can find.
Well, he got arrested for some shit.
No, he didn't. There was a warrant out for his arrest, and they
Yeah,
cleared
yeah,
it up because he had already taken care of all of it. So, but anyway, I mean, Penny Pinch Ray, you get Terrell Pryor. If you can get Josh Gordon, I think is my backup for that. And then
see, Josh Gordon went in
Jordan
every
Howard.
league that I'm in.
I took him, but I also have Terrell Pryor in every league I have Josh Gordon in. I just kind of hedged it a little bit.
That's how I am about old DeAndre and Will Fuller.
You took both?
Yep.
See, I took Will Fuller. I try to take Will Fuller in every league.
I didn't realize that until I kept DeAndre in one and then drafted him in the second round in another. And then I was like, oh, well, fuck. I have Will Fuller already. So
yeah. Well, also in a fit of joy, it probably hurt me too, is I took AP in almost every league. And I also took Doug Martin as the second running back in most leagues.
It's because you're dumb.
I got LaShawn McCoy. So I just –
Ben's ears are burning right now because he's probably just waking up like Dracula. You're a dumb fuck. How do you not take David Johnson?
I know. I took AP over David Johnson in 3 leagues. I just and people know from going over it with the whole year, us talking about everything leading up to the fantasy drafts, I wasn't big on David Johnson.
Dude, he's advertised. I think he is I think, especially because, like I said, I am more of the if I can get 10 points, I'd rather have 10 for sure points every week than 20 or 2. 20.
That is AP. That is AP.
Yeah. But
you would always expect that. But David Johnson, I just thought Bruce Arians wasn't going to utilize him because
last year
ruins running backs. Waste their life.
But yeah, I just feel David Johnson this year is just that one running back that is just going to be like this, just like that fucking game off of Price is Right.
The Yodeling
and then he tears his ACL.
Yeah. Even still, that was kind of what I thought. What's his Gurley's going to do that. Started out really shitty. Some people probably got a good trade out of him.
Yeah,
and I think he's going to take off.
I was watching. I saw a couple buy low things. Lamar Miller, they're talking about if you could buy low on him.
After last week, you should be able to.
Yeah. But Gurley is still the 24th ranked running back in the Bush League after posting a 20 last week. He dropped a 20 spot because he's only he doubled his points
for the year.
Yeah.
What about
you got to look at the defenses. He went against San Francisco, still very, very good defense, and then Seattle.
What about what do you think, Bell? You think he's going to come back and show off?
Who?
Le'Veon Bell. And this is his first week back? I think they're going to split a little bit. I don't think they're going to just throw him in.
I really think they realize how good D'Angelo Williams is. If you have D'Angelo Williams, do not get rid of him.
He wasted his prime time in Carolina.
Yeah, so Jonathan Stewart. They literally had 2 starting running backs on the same team.
What used to be the greatest running back duo in the league.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we talked about a lot. So one of the last things I want to talk about is J.J. Watt. So me and Wilson kind of talked a little about it earlier. Came back. One would probably say pretty quickly from a back injury.
Yeah. So I feel there's 2 things you don't fuck with, especially in football. A damn hamstring, because that thing will linger all year in your back because you use it in everything. And especially with him, where he's pushing, and having to push against everybody else. They're pushing it on him, and I don't know what his back was.
It's big. Like you said, back is the one thing you use for everything.
Everything. So why would you rush that back? Literally, they just lost arguably the best defensive player in football, probably for the year.
Yeah, all you see right now is extended period. Yeah. And I don't know how much of that was really him, because J.J. Watt. He 100% wants to be there. He 100% wants to be there.
But you have to you got to say, all right, motherfucker,
calm down, pump the brakes, take a week off.
Yeah.
Take 2 weeks.
All right.
Yeah. Well, Brett Favre probably didn't use his back that much.
Well,
It
Brett
was
Favre
all
was
it
was
was
kind
all
of
his
dumb
dick.
sometimes.
It was all his dick. Like his spine was his wiener. That's what it was.
Is that big?
Yeah. It was 6 foot long.
No, but I can't believe if that really did happen. That defense looked pathetic Thursday night. Pathetic.
And it's supposed to be one of the top defenses of the thing, and QB Brisket just tore him up.
Yeah, old brisket sandwich picked that
He
defense
just-
apart.
And not only that, but he like ran, like he did really well.
Yeah, like that blows my mind about the fucking Patriots.
You know,
Like,
part of it is like back when Castle played for him and came in, Tom Brady like tore his ACL or whatever.
yeah, first game, like first half,
Yeah,
took a low shot towards ACL. Cass
now they have the Brady rule. Castle came in, played really well, and that's when I thought it's a system. Like any quarterback can drop into that system and play and win because that's what it is. Well, if Garoppolo had came in there and done that this year, I would have thought the same thing. It's a system. He's going to do really well in it. Well, QB Brisket came in, played a little differently. I no longer think it's a system. I think they just have 3 really damn good quarterbacks.
Yeah, like I really think I think it's a combination of both. They draft who fits their system.
Yeah.
Which,
Where
I mean,
did
you got to
QB
look
go to
at
school at.
NC State.
I know it's not his last name is not Brisket. It's what Brissett or something like that.
It's Brisket.
But it's so much funnier to call him QB Brisket.
No,
Brisket,
but I just
Brisket.
he did really, really well. And I mean, I just want to see what Julian Edelman will do. Like, I really want to see what he'll do.
Let's go to the 4th man down and let's just see what happens.
Like, I just want Jimmy Garoppolo to slip, hit his shoulder, and they just say, Julian, you're in, man.
You know, they're both Garoppolo and QB Brisket are both at practice this week too. Like, it's just crazy to me. I don't understand it.
And Gronk didn't fucking do nothing. Like,
Well,
Gronk ran 3 routes.
Yeah, but I don't think Gronk. Like that quarterback wasn't going to throw to Gronk. I just honestly don't think he would.
I don't think they said, do not throw to Gronk. He's a decoy.
You think? I mean, maybe so.
Because I think he only had like 3 targets in that game.
Let me look. QB
He had a
Brisket,
heat wrap over his hamstring when he was on the bench
QB Brisket had 48 yards rushing in the game.
with
Granted.
a touchdown.
Yeah, granted, I mean, he only threw for 103 yards.
But what did he get?
He got a win. So, and Belichick could change the offense a little bit around this guy, but it's still, he fits the offense.
Yeah.
Like, get those safety runs in, get a touchdown.
Play smart, hit those crossing routes to your small wide guys, which blows my mind. I know Dan Lebtar talks about this. They have 3 white wide receivers. They're all shifty. All like it's like damn Cole Beasley from Dallas. I didn't realize this. Cole Beasley has like 250 receptions. His first reception over 20 yards happened the other night. First
Over
one.
20 yards?
Yeah.
Wasn't last
He had
night
like 100
the first Dez touchdown?
I think so.
Of the
But-
year, that is.
But yeah, he has like 174 under 5 yards and then 1 over 20. Crazy.
That's crazy. But in all reality, Romo never threw to him. Romo was Witten or Dez. Nobody got the ball other than 2.
Dude, the smartest thing the Cowboys can do is just say,
Ride it out.
deuces,
Ride
deuces,
Dak
Romo.
out.
And you
Keep
know what?
Romo as a security for the year. Next year, cut his ass.
And you know what?
But
Keep
Jerry
Kellen
will never do
Moore.
that.
Keep Kellen Moore just as a veteran backup.
Yeah. I mean,
What game surprised you this week?
this past week,
Yeah.
probably
I know
how bad-
there's
the
probably
Steelers
3 or 4 that popped out to me.
I honestly think like the Steelers playing as bad as they did probably surprised me a little bit.
Dude, can we just talk about how good Carson Wentz looks right now?
Like I said earlier, the last Eagles team to go 3-0 still didn't make the Super Bowl.
So did you see that touchdown pass he threw to Darren Sproles?
But Sproles did all that work, didn't he?
No, I'm not talking about just what Sproles did afterwards. I'm just talking about the rollout, running towards the line of scrimmage instead of just tucking and running it, keeping his eyes
Like,
downfield
and drawing the
running,
linebacker up.
Yeah, running parallel. That's something fucking Aaron Rodgers does. Like, and just picks apart teams, and like he looks so comfortable in that offense right now.
So we look back. So we talked about the draft, and we ranked the quarterbacks. We went through that.
I think we all said he was better than Goff.
Oh, he was. We all said he was better, and I was on the fence of whether he was the best quarterback in the draft because Paxton Lynch, I kind of thought, had the better arm, the size, things of that. But listen, Wentz is a winner. Like North Dakota State won a lot of games. He has, I think, he fits that system really well.
He just fits Philly. Like he just is. He's that person that like he doesn't mind getting hit. Like
yeah, he spent the whole preseason with broken ribs, didn't he?
Yeah. Like, so, and I mean, he just probably sat and fucking studied, and that honestly is probably one of the better things you can do.
You know, one of the things I like about him though is when they always ask him about the win and stuff like that, he never says him. He says it's everybody else.
Yep.
Everybody helped. Everybody did this today, not me. That type of thing, which Trevor Siemian is very similar to because he says,
him.
He does the same thing.
Didn't he try to start a fucking union?
Yeah, at Northwestern for college football players.
Fuck him.
When do you think the Eagles are going to hit like a kind of a roadblock? Like, what's going to be their first test?
Who do they? Hold on, let me look up see who they play in. I don't know if I own an Eagle in any fantasy league.
I had their defense one week. Happened to be the one they played the Bears.
Hey, all right, so let's see. Oh, well, I mean, that's going to be pretty good game. I'd say week 7 is going to be a brutal matchup. They get Minnesota at home.
I think that's going to be a real tough game.
And then they have Seattle, then Green Bay, and then Cincinnati. I think that 3-game stretch right there will do it.
The Vikings, Seattle, and Green Bay. I don't know if Russell Wilson's going to be the same this year.
Yeah.
I kind of think he's going to kind of hit a threshold. I'm going to say –
Filibuster. You got to do a filibuster.
Filibuster. Well, Nick apparently has to go to the bathroom. But I think when he gets back, we'll wrap it up. But, like, when you're looking at the Eagles, I really think when they hit Washington, they're going to have a little luck. I mean, it's a rival game, so they're going to be right in the middle. Definitely going to be a tough, like the rivalry game. Minnesota, skip Dallas. They'll probably lose to the Giants. It's going to be a shootout. Beat Atlanta. Seattle might be tough. Green Bay will be a really good game. Cincinnati will be a good game. And then it's back to Washington again, the Ravens, the Giants, and Dallas. I mean, their schedule's not that tough. I mean, the first 3 games they've had has been against – they beat Pittsburgh handedly. Great game. But Chicago and Cleveland, not that big. You know, I mean, I don't think it's that big of a deal. However, they do lead the league second in points, 13th in yards. Defense is kind of up there as well. We'll click on it and see. Defense is first in points, 4th in yards, 2nd in rushing yards, 8th in passing.
Well, that's good. That's a good thing, Andy.
I know. So the whole time I just talked about the schedule, and I didn't know this, but I was looking at it. So Eagles offense, 2nd in points, 13th in yards, 17th in passing, 10th in rush. Their defense, 1st in points, 4th in yards, 8th in passing, 2nd in rush.
Look up their point differential today. Tell me what blows your mind.
Their point differential? They score around 30 points, but I mean,
points scored versus points gave up.
I know, it's drastic.
It's over 60. It's like no other team's over 30. Like
but the thing is, like, okay, Cleveland I get, Chicago I get. I totally understand. Those are teams that if you have a put together team, you're going to beat them. Like you just are. Pittsburgh blows
shut
they
Pittsburgh down.
Like there was nothing going on in that game. Like I think Antonio might have had the most receiving yards, but outside of that,
D'Angelo
they were just shut down. They were shut down.
They did extremely well. Like I am extremely impressed with Carson Wentz so far.
Like, if I looked at the schedule, that was their first loss. Like, that's what it was. Instead, they beat them by 31 points.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, Roethlisberger had 0 touchdowns, still 200 yards passing. D'Angelo had 21 yards rushing. Like, I think maybe that's the Eagles. Like, they shut down the run. So
I don't know. I really – the only other game I can think of that just blew my mind – I can't even say it blew my mind because I'm extremely high on them, and especially their defense is Minnesota. Like, I'm shocked Minnesota shut down.
Well, I think
that
game would have been different if Stewart was there. If Stewart was playing, it'd been – I honestly think it'd been different. But, I mean, they kept Cam to no touchdowns.
Kelvin Benjamin only had like 2 targets.
And he didn't have a catch. Like, he had 0 points in the week.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I think that's it for the week, everybody. I know we'll be on Twitter this Sunday. We weren't this past Sunday. We went, we all kind of did it was Nick's birthday present from his father-in-law, but we all did a draft bus trip, and I think it was pretty fun. But we'll be on there Sunday. FF Now. We always go to that one. Vulture, some of Matthew Berry's. Not Matthew Berry. Yeah, it is Matthew Berry's. I was thinking –
answer anybody.
Yeah, so we pick up the slack and we answer people. Shout out to Brian, the guy who keeps asking us questions.
Yeah, we need to get your address to send him a koozie.
Yeah, we need to get you a koozie. Hopefully, you're over 21.
Yeah, that'd suck if he's like 12.
I don't want you to put a Coke in it, but you can. I'm okay. Don't put a beer in it if you're under 21. Do not.
But you're going to be in Tampa, right?
Yeah, I'll be in Tampa. So Friday, I'm driving down with my brother to Tampa. So we'll be at the Tampa Bay Broncos game.
Driving to Tampa?
Yeah, I'm driving to Atlanta, and then for my brothers, we're driving on down to Tampa.
Damn.
It's only like 8 hours. It's not that bad. We're staying on the beach for 3 nights, and the game's at like 4 o'clock that day. So I think it's an afternoon game.
When are you leaving?
Friday.
What time?
I got to be in Atlanta at noon.
When are you coming back?
Monday.
What time?
When we wake up. Why you want to go? You find your ticket. You can go, man.
Man, what sucks? We're in week 4, and I literally have not just sat on my ass and watched fucking football all day.
You haven't? Just sat there? I did week 1, and that was it.
So what happened week 1?
What are you talking about?
Week 2, I worked. Week 3.
We're on YouTube, by the way. I stopped recording for the podcast upload, but we're on YouTube Live.
You're fine. Week 3, I was in. What the fuck happened week 1 where I didn't get to watch football all day?
Were you on vacation?
Yeah, we were driving.
When I had to go feed Gemma one time or something like that?
Yeah, we were driving down, and we got down there for noon. So I literally have not had one of those days where all I do is just do nothing.
So it's been a little rough, like, with me. Like, so the first Sunday, I did that. Like I said at the house, I watched nothing but football. Week 2, I watched the Broncos game, and that was it. And then last week, we were in Nashville. So, it just, I don't know. That's all we used to do. We used to sit there, and we would just, stare.
Yeah, and I plan on doing that this Sunday.
Well, you could do that in Tampa.
I got to work at 7 p.m. on Monday.
Oh, you can sleep on the way back. I got to get the bowling at 6, so. My wife's going to hate me. That's exactly what it is. She's already mad that I'm going to be gone for the weekend, so.
Well, I know you guys came over tonight. Literally, if she needs help, tell her to text Abby. Because I'm going hiking Saturday.
Yeah.
Saturday.
She said she would text her.
Abby loves